throwing shit at the pilot. Niggas be broken, be sobbing, but still talking shit like they violent. Niggas is broke. I was supposed to make a video on the Rookie of the Year candidates for this year, but I have had enough. Leave LaVar Ball alone. I've been hearing a lot of people saying that what he's doing is putting too much pressure on his kids and that he's just saying stupid shit. Okay, so first of all, let me address the stupid statements. First is him saying that he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one in his prime. Let me just say that he's definitely wrong on that, first of all. Like, come on, man. He was averaging 2.2 points in college while Michael Jordan was averaging 30 plus in the NBA. But people are really taking this to heart and attacking the man. Like, man, I think if there's one thing to know about LaVar is that his humor is just old school. When you read these quotes you see on Instagram or on Twitter or on YouTube, they are so taken out of context and are edited in a way that make the quote seem more serious than it really is. Like most, if not all of these quotes by LaVar are said during interviews where it really never seems that he's serious at all. Like whenever he talks, it's just that old school old man trash talking, man. And people are taking it way too seriously. It's hard to explain, but honestly, it really just isn't that serious. And then you have these quotes about Charles Barkley and how he would have won a ring if he had LaVar's mentality. That is what LaVar said. First of all, it was Charles Barkley who started talking about his sons, and LaVar's words and all LaVar did was a response to what Charles Barkley did. And all he did was respond with some old school trash talk. Like, really, man, all of this is just old school trash talk that the media just don't expect. Most of the public figures today have to watch out for their image, their brand, because of endorsement deals, public perception, etc., etc. We see these guys always saying what's politically correct, and it honestly gets annoying sometimes, but I get it. They have a job to protect. But with LaVar, he's not really working for anyone. He doesn't have a job to protect. He is the boss of himself. He doesn't have endorsements to protect and watch out for. He is the endorsement. He is the quote-unquote Nike brand. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that he's as big as Nike, nor am I saying that he will ever be, but all I'm saying is he can say whatever he wants because no one's going to fire him because he is the owner. He is the boss. And I've said this before, man. LaVar's just an old school dad, and he doesn't care about what he says, and I honestly love it. Like, he's literally just any regular old dad that's just super enthusiastic and is getting attention because of it. But going back to the Charles situation, all of this is just trash talk, man. Nothing serious. He even said that Chuck was his favorite player growing up. So in conclusion, that whole Charles Barkley thing is just nothing, man. It's just nothing. Now let's go to his sons. Is LaVar Ball exploiting his sons? Is LaVar Ball putting too much pressure on his sons? That is the question. Well, first let's start with the exploitation. How exactly is LaVar exploiting his sons? Well, LaVar has said numerous times that he has never pressured his sons to do anything they didn't want to do, so everything that's happening with them right now is just their pure love for the game. Now, you might be saying, but be souls, he's using the fame of his kids to make money. Alright, I'm pretty sure that LaVar has said that he's had this business way before his sons ever got famous, so he's been doing this for a long time, and it's largely due to him just having a vision for the brand and having the perfect name to brand a company like this. Like, his last name is Ball. Like, that's just perfect. This has nothing to do with his sons. But be souls, his sons are the reason why the business is so successful. They're all over the website. You know what? You're right. You're right. They are a big reason for it. But is there anything wrong with that? Those kids are his sons. So why not make them the face of the brand? I think of it as just any family business. Like if my dad owned a barbershop and I worked for him, is he exploiting me? If he uses the fact that I have a YouTube channel to promote the barbershop, is there anything wrong with that? Technically, yeah, I guess, but it's between us and the family. And if I was in that situation, why would I say no? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? So in conclusion, technically speaking, I guess he is exploiting his kids, but if you put it into context that they're his sons, and they do have a close relationship, and he's had the brand before the brothers blew up, and the fact that it's all for the benefit of the brothers anyways, it's not really exploitation. What is exploitation is the NCAA. And that is what LaVar said, and he is 100% right. I could make a whole nother video on this, but let me just put it this way. Lonzo Ball is one of the most popular college players, if not the most popular college player in recent history. Because of the NCAA and NBA rules, he has to go to college for 1 year. So in that 1 year, he's generating a lot of money for the NCAA. He's generating a lot of money for UCLA because of his popularity, because of his game, and the merchandise that they sell with his name on it. Meanwhile, Lonzo Ball is not getting paid a single cent for all of his hard work. Meanwhile, Lonzo is missing out on a year where he could be playing in the big leagues, making millions of dollars, all because of some requirement where you only need a 2.0 GPA to pass the requirement. So don't tell me he's in there just to get his education, because he's not. He's there to make money for the NCAA while he plays his heart out and doesn't get paid for any of it. Because we all know, if these players could, they would all go straight to the NBA out of high school. And this isn't just with Lonzo Ball. This is with every single player in the NCAA ever since they created that rule. So before y'all say Lavar is exploiting his kids, just remember that Lonzo right now is going through something even worse, okay? And now we go to the pressure he's putting on his kids. First, man, can we just let a parent? What is our problem? What is our problem? Lavar can parent his kids however he wants, as long as it's not over the line or illegal. Literally, all he said was he believes that Lonzo is better than Curry right now based on what he's seen. Like, what's wrong with that? First, it's his opinion, whether it's right or wrong. Second, what was he gonna say? My son ain't nothing? He would get destroyed in the NBA? No, obviously he wouldn't say that. He just wanted to motivate his sons, and if that is the case, then so be it. If it puts pressure on his sons, then so be it, man. If they really are that good, they shouldn't even be fazed by the pressure being put on their dad. Even if Lavar kept his mouth shut, Lonzo still would have came out of college with star expectations, or else he was a bust, just because of all the hype and all the accolades he accumulated in high school. All this did was add a chip on his shoulder, if anything. And man, if Lonzo can't even handle the pressure from his dad, he has no business being the 2nd overall pick of the NBA draft. I bet Lonzo is already used to all of this, so all of this really isn't a big deal to him. I mean, Lavar was already saying, someone has to be better than Jordan. Why not you? What other statement can put more pressure on a son than that? And all the Ball brothers have done so far is live up to it. And if y'all really want Lavar to shut up, man, it's pretty simple. Leave him alone. We all know that when Lavar speaks, his quotes are taken so out of context that if people edit it in such a way, if people portray it in such a way in a picture or in a tweet, people will take it seriously. He's just that type of guy, and that's the way he speaks. No one would have heard these words if the media just left him alone. They were the ones who milked these statements from Lavar, and now they're using it against him? Come on now. People just love to hate. That's all it is, man. So in conclusion, Lavar, just keep doing your thing, man. I love your personality. You ain't doing nothing wrong, man. Everyone just hating. But with that being said, man, leave Lavar Ball alone, and I am out. Peace.